So in this video, pag-usapan natin the easiest way to invest in US and global stocks through ETFs or yung mga tinatawag na exchange traded funds. So ano ba ito? Ano ba yung difference niya compared with mga investment funds and how you can actually get started. So yeah, let's go! Hi guys, Suplo here. Now before we start, quick shoutouts sa ating new channel member na si Jeffrey De La Vega. And of course, all our existing channel members, thank you guys for your support. Now if you also want to support this channel, there's a button down in the description or there's a link dyan. Click mo yan and become a channel member. So once again, thank you guys for your support. Now, with what's currently happening with the Philippine stock market, if you notice for the past few years, medyo stagnate lang yung performance niya. And then, meron din tayo mga tinatawag natin na, akala natin na blue chip companies, akala natin na mag-i-increase yung value. However, they decided na mag-pull out sa stock market. Some of them, yung performance nila, pababa rin yung performance nila. So, no wonder, marami mga Filipinos right now are actually interested in investing in the US and global stock market. Kaya sa video nito, pag-usapan natin how you can actually easily do that by investing in mga tinatawag na exchange traded funds or mga ETFs. So yeah, let's get started. Exchange traded funds or mga ETFs. So ito yung quick definition. An ETF is a basket of investments that you can buy and sell like a stock. Okay, so it's a stock na a basket of investments. Basically, para siyang mutual fund. Okay, para siyang investment fund. Para siyang mutual fund or UITF. However, instead of buying yung funds through an investment company, you can actually trade it in the Philippine stock market or in the stock market. So again, it's a fund na you can buy and sell like a normal stock inside a stock market or inside a stock broker. So para mas mabilis natin maintindihan, let's compare. Ano ba yung difference ng funds versus ETFs? So again, yung ETFs, para siyang mutual funds, para siyang funds na tradable in the stock market. So, let's compare. Ano ba yung difference ng funds versus ETFs? So, let me move my face. So, let's get started. So, first is, yung funds and ETFs, they're basically the same. They are a pooled investment fund. Okay? So, sa funds kasi, like mutual funds, yung fund manager sila yung namimili ng mga different stocks. Yung ETF naman, pooled din siya. So, para din siyang an investment fund of different stocks inside that fund. Pero later, I'm gonna share with you ano yung major difference niya. And then, as I mentioned, how do you actually buy this? So, you buy this through a fund or a platform. So, typically for funds, like mutual funds, you buy it in mga investment companies. For UITF naman, Unit Investment Trust Fund, you can buy this in mga banks. Tapos, may mga fund managers doing it for you. Dito naman, for ETF, you buy it through a stock broker. So, ganun lang. So, para siyang normal stocks talaga na you can buy and sell inside a stock broker. Then, how is it traded? For funds, you buy and redeem it through the fund. So, an example of this is, let's say, for example, bibili ka ng fund inside, let's say, Dragonfly. Typically, meron pa yung mga processing days. So, let's say, bibili ka ngayon, hindi yan mabibili mo kaagad. So, may mga processing days pa yan, probably 1 to 2 banking days before siya ma-process. However, for ETFs naman, since same siya with a stock, you can buy and sell it inside the stock market. At the same time, since it acts like a stock, it would also follow yung trading hours. So, example here in the Philippines, 9:30 to 3:30 p.m., dun lang din ka pwedeng bumili ng ETFs. Here in the Philippines, may ETF tayo, later I'll share, pero sa US naman ganun din. In the morning sa kanila, which dito, gabi. So, meaning, if bibili ka ng ETF, you need to be awake at night para mabili mo yung ETF. Kasi again, it acts like a stock. So, it follows the same schedule in the stock market. Now, let's talk about the price naman. So, sa price naman, they're usually price per day. So, meron silang NAV, Net Asset Value per share or per unit. So, NAVs or NAVPU. So, Net Asset Value per share. So, this one, yung price niya typically once a day lang. Once a day lang yung price niya. However, for ETF naman, since it is traded in the stock market, if you notice, yung stocks nag-change yung price niya every second or every minute as long as may bumibili, di ba? So, price changes throughout the day. So, compared with funds, once per day lang yung price niya. For ETF, it acts like a normal stock. And for management naman, as I mentioned, this is actively managed, meaning may mga fund managers buying and selling mga stocks instead of ikaw yung individually pipili. However, for ETF naman, eto na, this is the interesting part, they often passively track an index. So, tinatrack nila yung index, meaning meron lang silang benchmark na fina-follow And then yung stock na yon, yan yung fina-follow nila, yung index or yung benchmark. So, para mas mabilis natin ma-understand, let me show you how an index works and then paano din tinatrack ng ETF yung index. So, paano ba nag-work yung mga indices or yung mga index? So, in the Philippine stock market, meron tinatawag na PSEI or the Philippine Stock Exchange Index. So, basically, this is the benchmark. The top 30 best stocks in the Philippine stock market, this is the one that comprise the PSEI. And as I mentioned kanina, na yung Philippine stock market natin, parang, ayun na, like tagilid, no? Like parang break-even lang for the past few years. However, in the US stock market, meron tinatawag din sila na S&P 500 na index. So again, this is the benchmark. This is like comprises the best 500 US stocks. So instead na magbibili ka ng individual stocks, like bibili ka ng Facebook, bibili ka ng Tesla, ganun-ganun. So dito naman, S&P 500, this comprises the best 500 US stocks. So in the PSEI, the index, 30 best stocks in the Philippines, the S&P 500, 500 best stocks in the US stock market. So as I mentioned, this is the PSEI. This is what comprises the PSEI. Ayala, ASEN, Aboitiz Equity, Ayala Land, and so on and so forth. Top 30 yan. Okay, so PLDT, Universal Robina, and so on and so forth. Now for the S&P 500 naman, same thing. Top 500 best stocks in the US stock market. So number 1 nila dito, Nvidia, Apple, Microsoft, and so on and so forth. Up to yan, 500. Okay. So umabot pa nga dito, 501, 502, 503. Okay. Pero wait, 00. Okay. So parang nasa 501. Okay. But basically, the top 500 biggest stocks in the US, that comprises the S&P 500. Now, the index is the benchmark. The ETF naman is the one tracking the benchmark. So, in the Philippines, actually, meron tayong ETF dito. Okay? Meron tayong ETF. It's actually called First Metro Philippine Equity Exchange Traded Fund. This is by First Metro. This is from Metro Bank. So, it's tracking the Philippine Stock Exchange Index, the PSEI. And then, if you notice, since it's tracking the PSEI, same sa ng performance. So, parang break-even lang. So, it doesn't make sense to buy an ETF here in the Philippines kung yung index natin, yung benchmark natin, medyo, ayun na, break-even lang din naman. However, in the US stock market, so again, this is the index, the ETF that tracks the index, okay? So, instead, again, sa mutual funds, sa funds, may mga fund managers buying the stocks for you. Sa ETF naman, they just simply tinatrack lang nila yung index. So, if you notice dito, this is an example of an ETF, the Vanguard S&P 500 or the VOO. Alright? So, if you notice, okay, parang similar yung performance nila. Ito naman, another ETF, the SPY or the State Street S&P 500 din. So, again, these are the ETFs tracking the benchmark, the index. So, if you notice, medyo magkasimilar yung performance nila. To make this much easier, okay, para mas mabilis natin maintindihan, ganito siya. So, again, the index, the benchmark, S&P 500. Ito naman is the ETF company provider. So, Vanguard, State Street. So, sila yung company. Okay? Yung ETF naman is the VOO and SPY. Kasi maraming nako-confuse nito. Like, ano ba yung S&P 500? Ano ba yung Vanguard? Even ako, when I first started learning about this one, bakit sobrang dami? Kasi this is how it works. My index, the benchmark, my company, okay, creating the ETF that follows the benchmark. So, this is the company, Vanguard. Ito naman, State Street. Tapos, ito yung ETF, VOO or SPY. Now, para mas mabilis natin itong maintindihan, to make it simpler, okay, ganito. Yung S&P 500, this is the recipe. Okay? Recipe siya. Yung company, this is the restaurant. Okay? And ito naman, yung ETF, this is the dish. So, again, my recipe, restaurant, my dish. So, example of a recipe. Let's say, sino nga yung famous chef? Si Gordon Ramsay, di ba? Yung recipe is the beef Wellington. So, yan yung recipe. And then, pupunta ka sa restaurant, okay? Or kay Gordon Ramsay or whatever restaurant you wanna go, pupunta ka doon. And then, by that time na mag-order ka, they're gonna serve you the dish. And iba-iba yung lasa ng dish. Pero they're following the same recipe. Same thing with ETFs. So, the index, S&P 500, may mga iba't ibang company trying to track the index by creating their own ETF. ETFs. Now, the next question is, pwede ba tayo mag-invest ng ETFs here in the Philippines? Actually, pwede. As I mentioned kanina, here in the Philippines, meron na tayong ETF, FM ETF, First Metro ETF, pero it's tracking the Philippine Stock Exchange Index. However, if you want to invest in ETFs tracking the US stock market, pwede naman. You can do this through what we call mga feeder funds, okay? Feeder funds. An example of this is ito, BPI US Equity Index Feeder Fund. Okay? Tapos, if you notice, look at the performance, para din siyang S&P 500, di ba? So, in fact, yan yung sabi dito, the fund is operating as a whatsoever, blah, 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 tracks the S&P 500. So, it's tracking. So, etong feeder fund na to is tracking, okay? So, you invest dito, tapos yung fund na to is gonna invest for you. Kasi here in the Philippines, medyo, in terms of platform, wala tayong, or medyo hindi ganun ka-accessible investing in the US stock market, di ba? So instead na ikaw yung mag-i-invest directly sa US stock market, you invest in a feeder fund, and the feeder fund, sila yung mag-i-invest for you. So, sobrang daming layers, no? So, yeah, you can invest in ETFs, US ETFs, through mga feeder funds. So, again, balikan natin to. Ganito siya. So, S&P 500, you wanna track. May mga companies that offer that one. May mga ETFs, okay, that they create. However, here in the Philippines, you can invest dito through a feeder fund. Again, balikan natin yung analogy natin. This is the recipe, this is the restaurant, this is the dish. Ito naman, yung feeder fund, this is yung Grab. Okay? This is Grab. So, mag-o-order ka sa Grab. Si Grab sila yung bibili dun sa restaurant, and then i-deliver sa iyo. So, same thing dito, you wanna invest dito, pero since you cannot go to the restaurant, okay, hindi ka makakapunta dun sa restaurant, ma-order ka lang via Grab para makabili ka ng itong recipe na ito. So, that is the analogy of being able to invest in ETFs here in the Philippines. So, ngayon, balik tayo dito. So, na-discuss na natin what is an ETF versus fund, how do you buy it, how is it traded, yung price niya, tapos yung management. So, very important distinction lang talaga dito. Funds, they're actively managed, pero yung ETF, it's tracking the index. Ngayon, let's talk about annual fees, mga fees. So, dito, funds typically nasa 0.5 to 2%. Funds, ito yung annual fees nila. However, yung ETF naman, meron silang tinatawag na expense ratio, and it typically just ranges around 0.03 to 1%. So, sobrang laki yung difference. Later, I'll show you. Now, in terms of trading cost naman, so for funds, meron silang tinatawag na sales load and mga other fees or like yung mga early redemption. Though, paminsan-minsan may mga funds na wala na silang sales load. So, sales load naman, by the time you invest, meron silang kukunin na a percentage yan. And then, if mag-early withdrawal ka naman, may percentage din yan for early exit fee or exit load. However, for ETF, same siya with a stock. Okay, so let me move. So, same siya with the stock. So, broker fees lang. So, every time you trade, may commission yung broker niyan. So, commission or mga fees or yung spread. So, yun lang yung mga trading cost nila. Now, in terms of investment for funds, depende on the fund. Typically, here in the Philippines, nasa 1,000 pesos yung minimum. You can start as low as 1,000 pesos. For ETF naman, especially in the US ETF, you can actually buy, okay, one share or one unit or as low as 50 pesos, $1. Pwede ka nang bumili ng ETF. So, let me show you an example. So, ito, balik tayo dito sa feeder fund ng BPI. So, if you notice dito, yung trust fee niya per annum, 1.5% yung fee niya. Okay? Pero, if you notice naman dito, minimum investment 1,000. If you notice naman dito, wala siyang minimum holding period. Typically, may holding period yan, like 2 years. If you withdraw early, meron niyang deduction. Tapos, dito din, wala siyang load fee. Okay? So, every time you invest, at least dito, wala na siyang kakaltasin na sales load or load fee. Now, in terms naman of ETF, US ETF, so this is a platform called GoTrade. So, if you notice dito, if you directly invest in VOO, okay, so VOO again, VOO is the ETF, it's tracking the S&P 500. Ito naman, BPI is the feeder fund, and it's tracking the S&P 500 also. So, expense ratio niya, 0.03%. 0.03 compared mo 1.5%, sobrang laki. Okay? Another platform I'm also using, this is naman Gate.com na platform. So, these guys are the brokers. So, This one, GoTrade. So, this is where you can invest, VOO. Ito naman, Gate.com. This is a crypto platform na pwede ka rin mag-invest ng US stocks. Ito naman, I'm using dito is Dragonfly. Anyway, later, i-summarize natin itong mga platforms na to. So, if you notice dito, if you go also in Gate.com, expense ratio for VOO, 0.03% din. So, sobrang laki ng difference when it comes to their fees. Okay? Tapos, to conclude then, ano ba yung best? Okay? Funds, best for simple and hands-off investing. Like you invest and you let the fund managers do it for you. For ETF naman, since you can invest it in the stock market, it's low cost. Okay? And flexible din yung investing mo. Kasi ikaw personally, you can buy and sell the funds. Mas mabilis yung pag-buy and sell mo. Compare dito, that it would take like if you buy, takes processing days. If you withdraw, meron din siyang processing days. Okay? So, to summarize, how do you actually invest in ETFs here in the Philippines? So, you can invest through feeder funds. Okay? So, if you want to invest in US ETFs, you can do feeder funds. Or if you want to invest in ETFs here in the Philippines, my FM ETF, pero I don't highly recommend it. Or I don't recommend it kasi you're investing in the Philippine Stock Exchange Index. Yung goal natin is we want to invest in the global stock market. So, you can do it through feeder funds. Or you can invest directly in the US stock market and buy some ETF. For feeder fund, there's BPI US Equity Index Feeder Fund. So, marami pa mga feeder funds. Probably, let's create a different video for that one. And the platform that you can use para makabili ka nitong mga feeder funds na to is you can use Dragonfly. So, sa Dragonfly, maraming mga feeder funds inside Dragonfly that you can invest that tracks the S&P 500. And then, pwede ka rin dumiretso sa BPI kasi this is a BPI product. Pwede ka rin dumiretso sa BPI and invest in BPI US Equity Index Feeder Fund. Now, if you want to invest directly in mga ETFs, you can invest like in VOO. This one is Vanguard. So, yung company creating this dish, okay, using the recipe of S&P 500 is Vanguard. And SPY naman, this is by State Street. So, it's another company then creating their own recipe, tracking the S&P 500. So, you can invest directly dito. And the platform I'm using is GoTrade. So, GoTrade, very simple din siya. It's a mobile platform. It's a global platform. However, here in the Philippines, alam naman natin kapag global platform, baka maban sa SEC. But anyway, GoTrade is one of the way you can invest directly in the US ETFs. Probably, if you're interested to any of these platforms, I'll just put the links down in the description so you could also create your account. However, there's also another platform I'm using. It's Gate.com. So, this one is a cryptocurrency platform din. And then, medyo under the radar pa siya din with SEC. So, unlike with OKX or Binance na ban sila dito sa Philippines, you could still use Gate. So, sa Gate, you can invest in crypto. At the same time, you could also invest directly and dito yung mga US stocks. So yeah, basically this is how you can invest in ETFs using these platforms, understanding what indices is, how it's tracking, how it is being tracked by mga ETFs. At the same time, if gusto mo stress-free na, you could just invest in feeder funds. Pero the problem is yung mga fees lang nila. So yeah, that is what exchange-traded funds is all about. So, what do you think? Should you be investing in mga exchange-traded funds or mga ETFs? Let me know in the comment section down below. Now, if you're interested about GoTrade, how I'm actually using it to invest in US stocks, you can check out this next video dito, how I'm using GoTrade to invest in US stocks. Or if you're interested with Gate.com, you could also check out this next video rin dito kung saan I share dito how I'm also investing using Gate.com. So, yeah, go ahead and check out these videos and I'll see you there.